Okay, TRAPTOX. That's what we're talking about today. This is huge and it's become a trend in a very funny way. And that's because Kim Kardashian got called out for having photoshopped some pictures of her neck. And she said about her neck, half of mine are probably Botox. We're going to show you injections today. And I'm also going to show you a funny clip from a little TV segment, and they go through a lot of it. But what we're talking about is two things, and there's a lot of confusion on the internet right now, and TikTok is going crazy, millions and millions of views. Understand, here's your trapezius down here. She was talking about neck, and a lot of people do get Botox around the neck bands, and that's the platysma muscle. But this is what's referring to TRAPTOX. And what it does, it makes the neck look a little bit longer. So there's two different things and everyone's confusing them. So let's start with that point. Let's watch a little video clip. In fact, let's first watch it being done on this TikTok clip, and then I'll show you more information. This is absolutely trending. I'll also talk to you about 3 or 4 things that you can do at home for free that gives you that longer neck.
It's happening. Injection time. I actually felt my muscle trying to fight the relaxation. It was wild.
Okay, so that's the trapezius muscle here. And then, of course, there's the platysma bands, and you can see those injections. You can use Botox, Dysport, Xeomin, Jeuveau. There's over 200 neurotoxins around the world, more than that. But all of them can be used for this procedure because they all stop muscle movement. Let's watch this clip. We can learn a lot from this.
All right, Lee, this is what you've been wanting to talk about all morning long. Here we go. A new kind of Botox injection, and it's apparently taking over TikTok. So, Lee, this has...
You can already see he's not happy with the whole thing. Look at his face.
Which I call TRAPTOX for short, is just a few injections along each trap muscle to create the appearance of an elongated neck. It also helps with posture, and if you suffer from a lot of tension in your upper shoulders, it can also help with that as well.
Important to know there, if you want to know dosage, it's about 1 vial, 100 units. Say you're paying $10 a unit for a round number, that's about $1,000. You would do that a couple times a year.
This makes sense to everybody.
What do you mean?
If you have like pain that has to do with muscle tension, you go and you stretch or you work it out. And if the doctor then says more, then you do something more. But you
pretty practical guy, typical guy response to this.
Don't go inject Botox in there. To me, that's crazy talk.
I love that. I mean, he's right. It's crazy talk. You're right.
Yeah, I said that, right?
Well, this is not this is nothing that I'm doing, but I don't know that you can do stretches to get like a longer, more lean neck.
Maybe you just should be happy with the neck God gave you, and then Are
you gonna tell all the ladies that? Because
you don't tell all the ladies that, my friend. I know who this guy is, but I'll tell you from my experience, you just injected or you're in trouble. They want that long Nefertiti neck lift.
I don't think they're happy with their necks.
I'm afraid to tell all the ladies anything, to be honest with you. I didn't want to step in any of it. But I'm just telling the truth.
Yeah.
Because sometimes when I see these things, I don't even know about the Botox in the face. Like,
you don't, but you...
Botox actually one of the safest drugs on the planet. It's one of the most studied because it is a toxin. We have to study it in detail.
One thing I will say.
Why are all the men shaking their heads right now?
Yeah, they all are.
Okay,
One thing I will say, and again, I don't do any of that because I don't need it.
You don't need to.
I appreciate that.
Good job, Lovey. Oh. Well done.
You don't need aesthetics. We want aesthetics.
Well done.
But I will say, it seems like the guys who are very vocal about, I don't like this, I don't want that, date girls with all that, and you have no idea it's not real.
I know, it is always shocking when you find out.
And then you're walking around saying, I like a natural beauty. And okay.
She's so right, they're both so right. Men have no clue. If you walk into a bar and you're with your buddies, for me, and there's girls at a table that go, oh, that's the girl that I find attractive, and I'll look over, I'll be like, she's done up to the hilt. Look at the lips, look at the cheeks. The guys are like, no, I think that's totally natural. Guys are clueless to a lot of this stuff. even breast augmentation that's obvious and they think it's real. So great point.
Okay, but that nothing on your date tonight is hers, just so
you know.
And hey, more power to her. But if you can't recognize it, then, why should we care what you want?
It's not my fault that I thought everything was natural. You know what? They should have one of those things like a metal detector you can walk through, and it's like, boop, 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 boop,
I love this.
Boop, 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 boop. It starts just beeping on different areas so you know what's happening.
That's actually...
The question is, why do you want to know? If to him she's looking good, that's great. He wants to know, what would he do about it, do you think? If the metal detector went off, or the detector that said, hey, there's fake stuff on board, the question to him would be, would you then leave the date? I wish I was on there.
Not a bad idea.
That way you would know.
Yeah.
Like,
but would they be willing to what? Is it a metal plate?
Right.
A metal...
Funny stuff. And again, here's what we're talking about. This is the trapezius muscle here, and you can just see the look of an elongated neck. This is from an influencer from TikTok. I'll remove the markings. Check it out. You can just see this muscle is reduced, giving the longer neck. Honestly, not that you're asking my opinion here, I'm giving it to you. To me, I like that. I like the athletic look. This looks a little hollow. It's a little more feminine maybe, but I think a lot of guys would go for the athletic look. Here's another one, and you can see this is the muscle we're talking about. Hard to see because she's contorted over. But remember, it's not the neck bands that we're talking about here, but rather the trapezius muscle. So what can you do for free? Number one, you want to sit upright. You want to pay attention to your posture. Number two, you want to work out your core because that's what holds your body up. And you want to work out particularly your abs. Number three, calisthenics is great. It works all those little muscles that you don't work otherwise. Some sports do this as well. And finally, you do not want to look down at your phone like this. That is poor posture. That's probably the number one thing everyone does every day wrong. So that is TRAPTOX. You're going to want to watch this video on 7 mistakes people make when they get Botox and how you can make it last longer. Keep your skin and body beautiful, healthy, and vibrant.